joining us now a couple of times to try to stop a war in Venezuela. Why do you care about this?
Well, you know, I'm originally from Ohio. I understand what a regime change war for oil looks like. We went through that in Iraq. We've been at war ever since Iraq in the Middle East. I think people should really think critically about, you know, the idea of fentanyl in the middle of the country, being from the middle of the country, when the middle of the country was deindustrialized, it was then hit with the opioid crisis, it was hit with the foreclosure crisis in 2008. So it's hurting, and people have been harmed by drugs in that part of the country. So I understand people's want to solve that issue, but this is not in any way solving that issue. There is no fentanyl coming out of Venezuela. There's no drugs specifically coming out of Venezuela when you compare it to other countries. I think that we should really think about, you know, what got the middle of the country addicted to drugs was our pharmaceuticals and the opioid epidemic that was caused by our pharmaceutical companies. So I think that we have to look inward. I think we have to understand that drugs are a public health issue. They're not a reason to go to war. And if we want to solve the drug epidemic in this country, we should look inward. We should invest in people. We should invest in schools. We should invest in well-paying jobs. And we shouldn't allow in this country to completely manipulate us to fight wars so that the wealthy can get wealthier, because it just makes the poor poor. And I wonder if Congress people understand the internal dynamics of Venezuela and the idea that there are proud Venezuelans who sovereignty is very important to them. And the idea that they can just have some country that the Yankees are going to come down and invade them and steal their oil, people will fight back against that and will be dragged into a very long and very ugly war.
So finally, we know people are very cynical about Congress, but this is a time, I think, where we can get enough Democrats, in fact, most Democrats, and some Republicans to agree that we can't get involved in another war. And so what would you say to people about contacting their congresspeople?
Absolutely contact your congresspeople. They're just saying that the executive should not unilaterally be able to declare war and invade a country.
It's the War Powers Resolution. It's number 64. It's actually bipartisan. We have Tom Massey, a Republican, on it. And this is a way to try to send the message to the Trump administration that the majority of people, as we see in the opinion polls, are against war. It's illegal for the administration to be doing the blowing up of boats, and totally illegal if they start going into Venezuela itself. Now is the time to stop it.
I will just say to all the MAGA people out there, this is not what Donald Trump ran on. This is the exact opposite of what Donald Trump ran on. So please, MAGA people, contact your representative and make sure they're strong on making sure that Congress retains its power to stop war.